Have you ever told a small lie thinking it wouldn't hurt anyone? Believing it was just for a moment to solve a problem? Let me tell you a story about a young man who thought the same. He was hardworking, kind, and everyone at his office trusted him completely. He came from a humble family, and his small salary was just enough to get by each month. But one month, things took a turn for the worse. His father fell sick, and the medical bills started piling up, growing larger every day. He was desperate. He didn't know what to do. He asked friends and colleagues for help, but no one could lend him the amount he needed. He felt cornered, and that's when temptation whispered in his ear. He noticed a small amount of company cash, money that was supposed to be deposited the next morning. It wasn't a huge sum, but it was enough to cover the immediate bills. He told himself, "It's just a loan. I'll return it next week before anyone even notices. No one will ever know." That night, for the first time in his honest life, he took something that wasn't his. Days turned into a week. He fully intended to put the money back, but his father's condition worsened, requiring more tests and more medicine. The loan he took from the company stayed unpaid. Then, one afternoon, his boss called a meeting. An audit had flagged that some funds were missing. The boss went around the room, asking each employee. When he got to the young man, he asked directly, "Do you know anything about this?" The young man's heart pounded in his chest. His mind was racing. Fear completely took over his sense of honesty. And he said the words that would change his life. "No, sir. I don't know." It was just one lie, a small lie to cover a mistake born from desperation. But that lie changed everything. A quiet investigation began. The company didn't want to accuse anyone without proof. Days later, the truth came out. It was simple, really. The digital transaction record showed his access code was the last one used before the money disappeared. He was called back into the boss's office, the same room where everyone once respected him. But this time, a heavy silence filled the air. His boss looked at him, not with anger, but with deep, profound disappointment. "Why?" his boss asked. "Why didn't you just tell the truth? We could have helped you. We have programs for employees in crisis. We would have found a way." The young man had no answer. Tears welled up in his eyes, shame and regret washing over him. He finally managed to say softly, "I only wanted to save my father." The boss sighed. "Son," he said, "you lost something far greater than money today. You lost our trust." That evening, he went home, a broken man. He sat beside his father's bed and just cried. He wasn't angry at fate or his circumstances, only at himself for the choice he had made. In the weeks that followed, he worked odd jobs and borrowed from distant relatives until he repaid every single penny. But even with the debt cleared, the wound inside him didn't heal. It took him years to rebuild his life, to earn back a fraction of the respect he had lost. But he never, ever forgot that night. The night he traded truth for a moment of relief. He would often share his story, telling others, "Never lie, no matter how much the truth hurts. The pain of the truth is temporary, but the shame of a lie, that can last forever." The moral of this story is simple. Sometimes we lie not because we are bad people, but out of fear or desperation. Yet, even a good reason can't justify a bad choice. The truth might sting for a moment, but a lie can create a shadow that haunts you for a lifetime. Always choose truth. It's the only foundation upon which you can build a life of integrity and peace. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that makes you think. See you next time.